We've finally got some official stuff to talk about, including the new Sigrblot Festival, one-handed swords, new skills, and we can even increase the difficulty of the game, which is a great addition. So I'm going to take you through everything new and notable in this update, and hopefully 5 minutes from now you'll have a good idea of what it's all about, what's to come, and if it is worth your time and attention. So let's get started. So this title update is currently out right now. It's completely free to play, and you're looking at around about 23 gigabytes for the Xbox, approximately 15 to 24 gigabytes for the PS4 and the PS5, and a big boy, 30 gigabytes for the PC. Now, before we do tuck into that, what we've actually got in this update, and I just want to let you know that the actual Siege of Paris DLC has been confirmed by Ubisoft, and we'll be able to play it on the 12th of August, which is right around the corner and really exciting. So it's also one of the reasons why this patch is so big, as it's kind of preloading all of those assets ready for the Paris DLC. I'm actually also doing a giveaway for this Siege of Paris expansion. I'm not affiliated with Ubisoft in any way. It's completely out of my own pocket as a thank you for your awesome support over the last few months, and all you need to be is a subscriber of the channel to enter, and the link is down below, so good luck. Now, the main bread and butter of this title update is the new event called the Sigrblot Festival, and we're actually going to be able to play this festival from Thursday the 29th of July, which is only a couple days away depending upon when you're actually watching this video. Just like previous festivals, this is a time limited event only, and it's going to run from July the 29th to August the 19th, so you've got plenty of time to give it a whirl if you want to. And by the way, to actually start the festival, you'll need to have finished either Grantabridge Shire or Leicestershire story arcs and have a settlement level of at least 2. Now, a little bit of background here. The Sigrblot Festival actually marks the beginning of the summer, so the victory of light over dark and the start of the raiding campaign season for the pagans. And this all lines up quite nicely, as we're going to be tasked with providing blessings to the gods, and to do this we'll need to partake in activities. The first one being the brawl match, which we've seen before, but this time we're going to be using a variety of different weapons. So that's going to be daggers, shields, one-handed swords, and we'll be able to fight alongside our Jomsvikings. So basically it's WWE in 980 AD. We're also going to be able to play some Orlog instead of the beer drinking, and we're going to be partaking in some flighting, which is kind of replacing the archery from the previous games. And the standard thing kind of applies here, folks. We complete these challenges, we then earn tokens, which we then can redeem at Norvid for items. And this is actually how you're going to be able to get your hands on that one-handed sword, which is only going to be available during this festival, by the way. And as an FYI, Ubisoft are also giving us 50 opals just to log in, jump in the game, and give the festival a little whirl. So it is worth logging on to do this on Thursday, just for those two things, if you're not really bothered about anything else. Either way, the sword may not look fantastic for our first one-hander, but at least we're getting one, and we can kind of check out the animations and see what it feels like in game, which is a big tick in my eyes. We're also going to be getting access to a new mount, gear, tattoos, and cosmetics in the festival, and I'm quite interested to see what this new mount is all about, because we actually haven't ever received a mount in any sort of festival event. We also pick up some quests during the Sigrblot Festival, as you'd kind of expect, and these are all based around choosing which god you want to make offerings to before we do ship off to Paris. It's actually called Contributing to the War Effort, and I believe it's going to be kind of a level up system, just like Dublin, rewarding us with some sort of buff. And another big update, which is good news in my opinion, and it's the introduction of a level scaling system. Now, you'll be able to find this in the menu options in game, and it allows us to adjust the NPCs to our particular liking, essentially. So for example, if you click the default option, which is how the game is intended to be played, it'll have the NPC's power level set to 50 levels below your own. Comparatively, if you do click the nightmarish mode, it's going to set NPC 60 skill levels above your own, so it adds a more challenging aspect to the game instead of the standard difficulty we've had before. Boss encounters aren't going to be affected by this, nor is river raids. They're going to remain the same. And by the way, folks, if you found this breakdown helpful so far, then a quick like on the video down below would be very kind and very helpful, so thanks very much. Now, moving on to some skills, which seems to be a standard addition in every update so far, which is pretty welcome. But first up though, they've added an option in the skill tree to actually auto acquire all skill nodes to reach the highlighted node you want. So before, you actually had to manually go through each node, so that's a nice little update there. And for our first skill, Ava will now be able to automatically pick up loot with a quick flick of the wrist, and also be able to gain adrenaline as long as you remain in conflict. We've also got the Heidrun Slam, so you'll be able to knock enemies back with a knee slam while sprinting, as well as Idunn's Heart, which passively regenerates recent health loss after a short delay, which I quite like the sound of. We've also got the Wolf Warrior, where your damage increases the lower your health, as well as Survival Instinct, where you'll be able to actually exchange adrenaline for health, which is, I think, another pretty cool skill. And we've also picked up some game improvements, so it's not as numerous as the previous title update, but we have seen stealth updated in certain mastery challenges, which is very welcome as well. And Jomsvikings do actually decide to heal themselves if you do decide to take them raiding. Lots of quests have also been fixed, so I've popped the patch notes down below so you can quickly check if your bug's been patched. And that's it for a bit of a punchy roundup of all the stuff I think is important and worth knowing. Let me know down below what you think of this new update. Love having a chat with you. And as usual, coffee's on me.